Good morning, I am so happy to see you. I am Jana with Crochet Crafts by Jana, and I have made a couple of new things in regards to my market coming up soon. I found a really cute pattern that for some reason, I really wanted to make, so I'm super excited to show you some of the new makes. This video will just be going over all of what I've made so far in the past week. I guess we can start with the usual things that I make that you've seen before. So first up, I'll show you the chickens. I've made 3 chickens, 2 in this speckled color and 1 in this variegated color. This one is a Hobby Lobby brand yarn. It has just whites and browns and dark gray colors throughout it. Felt that was a good chicken color. And then this one, of course, is very popular, the Bernat blanket. I think it's a tweed. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I did make 2 in this color, and I just really love the way these chickens come out. So in the past week, I did make 3 chickens. Another make of mine that you've seen before is the axolotls. I made 2 blue axolotls. I made a purple axolotl, and then I made a green axolotl. I don't know if you can tell the size difference, but one of these I made with Michael's Sweet Snuggles and the others I made with Hobby Lobby. I think it's kinda easy to tell, like one of their heads is a bit bigger. This guy right here, I was pretty low on green, so I decided to try and use the Sweet Snuggles to see how much of a difference it would make. And I don't think it's that much of a difference to really like adjust the pricing or anything. So unfortunately I ran out of pink. I didn't have enough pink to make a pink axolotl, which is kind of a big deal. I really need to get more pink. So instead I made these other colors, which these other colors are really popular as well, especially the blues. So yeah, I made 4 axolotls. I only made 1 of my marshmallow bunny peep thingies, just in blue. I know I needed blue for sure. I can't remember. I think I only had 1 blue, so I needed to make 1 blue for sure, and I do need to make more. But yeah, I only made 1. Now moving on to some of the newer things. I noticed after my latest video where I was going over all of my crochet makes for my market prepping that my keychains were pretty sparse. So I decided to try and branch out a little bit with the keychains. So first I have here, it's a strawberry keychain. I saw a picture of it and I just thought it was so cute and I really wanted to try it. For the keychains, I really try to steer clear of having to like stuff them, you know, like, I don't know. I don't like working with acrylic yarn and having to make plushy like amigurumi with acrylic. It just is tough on my hands. But stuff like this where it's that kind of stitching, like the double crochets or the half double crochets, and you don't have to, I don't know how to explain it, but I just feel like that is what I am looking for when I'm doing keychains. So I did make this strawberry keychain. I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out too. I also saw a pattern for some butterflies. So I made a couple butterflies. There's a green one, then a pink one, and then a blue one, which I kind of gotta feather out their wings after I've put them in the totes, you know? So yeah, I have 3 of those butterflies, and I felt like it was just kind of important to have something more springy for the keychain. So I got those 3 butterflies. But then I did find another butterfly keychain option, this guy right here, and I do like this one too. I just feel it doesn't really scream butterfly as much as the others. It could be the color choice I did, but I do have this one. And then I just made a couple more flower keychains. Let's see, there's that one, and then just your typical little daisy. And then I tried my hand at like the little puff stitching one. But yeah, I really needed some help with the keychain department. So that was the best I could come up with for now. If anyone has suggestions on what I could do for keychains, please let me know. I was finally able to get the yarn I needed to finish my lamb that I was working on to finish for testing, although it's kind of noticeable. I don't know if you can tell on camera. No, you can't really tell, but the parts where I got that new yarn, it's just like the shade was slightly off, so that was kind of poopy, and I don't think you can tell in the pictures, but I'm just happy I was able to get it all done, get it all put together, and put it out for testing. And for those of you that don't know, the lamb pattern is being tested as of right now. Today is March 2nd. It's a Sunday. Sundays, if I'm recording, I'm usually very not dressed up nice just because they're my lazy days. You know, I don't, like literally all day today I've just been hanging out in my office crocheting. But yeah, I finished the lamb that I was working on for taking the progress pictures for the pattern and was able to get it done, so there is that. Moving on to the new pattern I tried out for this week. When I saw a picture, I don't know why, I really loved it, so I really was like, it's one of those like, I'm gonna make it, I need to make it, take my money kind of thing. So here it is. This was my first try at it. It's a potted flower. I don't know, I think it's so cute. I love the little face and the flower is beautiful. And I just think it would be perfect with spring coming up. I don't know. I love it so much. So this was the first one I made, and I think it's all Michael's. Nope. It's actually kind of all over the place with the yarn. The pot is Michael's Sweet Snuggles. The green stem and leaf are Sweet Snuggles, but the brown dirt is the Estaco, and the red flower is Hobby Lobby's Yarn Bee. So it's kind of all over the place, but I think it came out so well. I love the colors, and yeah, so there's my first one. And then I did make another one. This was the other one. It's kind of like a grayish, almost like a blue undertone to the pot color. Sweet Snuggles, same thing. I did use Sweet Snuggles for the flower part, the yellow, and then I still did the Estaco for the dirt. I just love the way it comes out. I think it's absolutely adorable. The pattern calls for 14 millimeter. I don't have 14 millimeter. I only have 15, so I used 15, and I think it still came out really good. So there was my second flower I made, and I did make a third one. This one is a bit different though. It's kind of more gothic or Halloween vibe to it, where I just did a black pot. I didn't add eyes or anything, and then I used a darker shade of green and a dark shade of purple for the flower. I don't know what made me choose those colors. I was just looking at everything I had. I'm really bad when it comes to like color themes, like really bad. I have to like send pictures to my mom to get her opinion just because I'm not very good when it comes to that stuff. But whenever I saw these colors, I just felt they would go well together, and I don't know if it'll necessarily sell anytime soon with spring coming up, but maybe there's someone who's into that gothic look, you know, year round, and they'll see this and immediately love it. That would be awesome, but I do like the way it came out. I really love this pattern. I think it's adorable. It does require sewing, which isn't a deal breaker for me, to be honest. I mean, there are certain patterns where if I know there's gonna be like a lot of sewing, I'll question it. Like the Gengar I made, the back spikes on that Gengar, just lots and lots of repetitive sewing, which is not my favorite, and it's like I wouldn't go out of my way to do it, but that one was a special requested item, so of course I did it. But yeah, I think with this you sew the flower to the dirt pot and then the leaf to the pot, and that's it. Everything else is all together. But I love all of the potted flowers. I just think they're so cute, and I love the flowers. And when I saw this pattern, I was really thinking about getting the bundle where it had the different flower options, But I was like, oh no, I think I'll just stick with this one. I really should have got the bundle because I really want to start doing the other flowers. So the pattern I got was just this one where it has the certain like rose flower pattern. But they do have a bundle where it has, you know, like they have succulents, they have like daisies and sunflowers, all that good stuff. So I highly recommend this pattern. They're super cute and I'm gonna be making more for sure. I think it took me like an hour and a half to make one. Obviously the first time you go through a pattern, it takes longer. I think the first one took me like 2 hours, and then the more you make them, the easier it gets. So I think I'm getting down to like an hour and 15 minutes with making these, and they're adorable. I can't wait to have these out on my booth. Speaking of, one of the things I really need to do for this upcoming market, I really want to have an Easter basket to display all my Easter eggs that I crocheted and all the Easter themed stuff like the bunny peep and all that goodness. So I really was wanting to show you guys the potted flower. It's just so adorable. It's so sweet, and to be honest, it would be something to like have on your desk, or I don't know. It's not gonna die. It's a flower that won't die, and I'm about that. I almost forgot, there was one thing I started working on. It's actually a gift for my husband. I've talked about it before, how he is into the Warhammer 40K whatever franchise, and they have different like factions and stuff, and the one he really likes are called the Space Wolves, so their emblem is of a wolf. And I came up with the idea to make him a banner with that wolf logo on there. So this was my first time doing a Graphgan. And I'm gonna be honest, when I first was giving it a shot, it got a little overwhelming. So I scrapped it and tried it again. And I think my second time around, it is a lot better. So here is what I have so far. And I think it's pretty good. Not too bad for my second try. So the colors of the Space Wolves are this light blue and yellow, and I just went online and got a picture of the logo and put it in a website where it like changed it to be all pixelated for a Graphgan. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm not done with it yet. I plan on adding like a border around, and once I get back to the top, I'm probably going to crochet onto like a dowel, so that way it'll just look fancy when I hang it. And I think what I'm gonna do is add little like tassels to the bottom and cut them so that way they're at like an angle to maybe be more like banner-like. But yeah, this is what I have so far, and I don't know, it's not too bad. I still need to block it and all that good stuff. Look at the back. It's terrifying. I'm not gonna weave in ends or anything like that just because this is gonna be hanging on a wall. It's one thing if it was like a blanket, then that would be something I have to like actually weave in the ends. But I'm being lazy with this one, and I'm not. I just tied them all and cut them, and they're gonna be hidden up against the wall. So I'm not worried about it. But yeah, here is this banner that I'm working on for him. He really, really liked it, so that's all that matters, is that he liked it. And I still have plenty of work to do with that, but I need to buy a dowel or whatever and then crochet onto that, and then that'll be all done. There's no specific reason as to why I'm making him that. I just kind of wanted to. Just because I always crochet him things that are in relation to things he likes. Like I've crocheted him a Destiny ghost shell from one of his favorite video games. And then there's a couple other things I've crocheted him that are more like functional, like a remote holder on his recliner, which I was kind of making that for myself as well because he kept losing the remotes. I just wanted to make him something else since he's been big into that Warhammer thing lately. Another thing I wanted to talk about was I went to Joann and got a bag of yarn. One of the balls in here I actually started using. It was the one that I needed for the lamb. So that's already been out of here, but I had to get my hands on the big twist. It makes me so sad that it's going. But yeah, so I got this big twist baby bear in toffee. This is toffee, which I mean, it's pretty similar to the Big Twist Posh croissant, which is why I got that. I got the Big Twist Posh in Strawberry Glow. So there's that. Is there a specific reason as to why I got this? No, I just really like the color. And I know it's going away, so that makes me really sad. I also got this Big Twist Posh in the color Blue Raspberry. I love this blue. No particular reason for it. I will find something to make with it. Don't worry about that. Then I got the Big Twist Baby Bear in Powdered Sugar. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty scarce, all the yarn, because I went on Wednesday night after I got off work with some friends, and they said that it had been like super crazy busy since Monday. Last Monday. The poor woman there, she was the only cashier. She was saying that everyone was either calling in or no showing to work, so she was like super stressed because like the line was really long. There was lots of people there. I felt so bad for her. But yeah, I also got Baby Bear. What is this? Light gray. Oh my goodness. Coming apart. It's a good thing I got that yarn winder. I got Big Twist in Strawberry Smoothie. These are all just falling apart. And then the only non-Big Twist brand I got was this Bernat. I really liked this color for making more chickens, and I was actually thinking about using this as a pot color for the flowers. I don't know. I think that might work. I can't decide though. I think the dirt color I have is dark enough to contrast the brown on this one, so I might make a pot out of this yarn. But yeah, that is all of what I got at Joann's. I'm so sad they're leaving me. Y'all know how much I really enjoyed using their yarn. A good amount of my patterns I used Big Twist Posh, so that makes me sad. Super sad. Well, that looks like all the stuff I've made. Hopefully this video brings some inspiration and gets you going on a new project or gives you some ideas. I love hanging out with you and just talking with you about crochet stuff. I hope you enjoyed seeing my makes, and I'm so excited to make more of those flower pots. I can't get over how cute they are. Once again, if you have any ideas on what I could do for keychains, like I said, I don't try to do like amigurumi, like plushies with the keychains just because there's too much on my hands. Something simple like these little butterflies is a lot easier to do. But anyways, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!